all of that because we've been triggered. We've been invited to the conversation. Broadly, we want to look at the culture and vision, and if it's a voice, you know, if the genre itself is a voice, if it's to make some change, if it changes anything, if it influences anything at all in the space. We've been called to the conversation because over the weekend, there was a huge conversation about rap in Nigeria. This is because one of the kings in Nigeria, and of course, Afrobeats musician, poked rappers, called them, you know, broke, says the genre is dead. And we've been monitoring the space, and he concluded by saying, after 48 hours of poking them, of questioning them, of accusing them, insulting them, shading them, and all of that, they've been silent. No rap song yet. And I'm like, jeez, bring that game on to Ghana. We'll show you how it's done. And I'm so excited that we're going to have a conversation because I have rappers in the building. Lyrical Joe has made his presence known as a rapper who came into existence after, you know, you've been already in existence, but your relevance became cemented after that beef you had with Amrado, and people are judging who is a winner and all of that. So it's good that we're going to have this conversation with you because, of course, you'll be able to tell us whether it has influence, whether rap or hip-hop has a voice that is being heard by many. And a man who's gone internationally with his rap, gone on contests, and is here yabbing as if he doesn't know what rap is the man C-Real. And C-Real on our WhatsApp platform since yesterday, I've been poking him like Wizkid did to the guys, like trying to get him to enter the studio and do the response on behalf of the Nigerians. But he says, no, that's not what rap is for. That's not what the genre is about. Definitely he gets to share with us what the genre is about and why he feels this is a non-starter for Wizkid at all when it comes to the conversation. I believe that Lerny and of course the man Olele and myself, we are just enthusiasts. We are consumers of rap music, and we'll be asking the questions that, you know, baffles our minds. So I will take the devil's advocate. I've been doing that since last night because I see what happens in our space when it comes to rap music. I see how much authority it commands at a certain period, and definitely we'll be joined on the phone or via Zoom by the man Q also, who would add his sense to the conversation. But Lyrical Joe, you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
Now, over the weekend as well, you were trending for a very positive reason, and that's because your lyrics got to be studied in England. And I saw the lecturer's post. The lecturer is so sarcastic, you know. And let's put this thing on the screen. You know, the lecturer says they love it when I use words beautifully knitted together. So I get them this one from Ghana's finest pen at Lyrical Joe. Then he says, make sure your favorite improves his pen game so that I can get some beautiful lyrics for my board. Can't use LJ all the time. That's what got me. He says, make sure your favorite gets that they improve their pen game. I'm like, this guy is sarcastic. It's as if he's combed the whole of Ghana and looked for a lot of rappers, and you're the one who keeps, you know, getting his attention. I saw you posted though, but it's good to ask you, how did it come to you? Do you know this lecturer?
No, I don't know him personally, but looking at his account and stuff, I mean, over some time now, he's been a fan. He's been posting my stuff, and I know that he's outside Ghana. So sometimes, this is not the first. Sometimes people reach out to me and be like, yo, your lyrics, we're going to use it to do this. We're going to use it for this. But this is not something I was in the known for. I didn't even know. And I'm sure all this, you know, Twitter, lots of things happen on Twitter. Arguments, back and forth, this and that. So I'm sure that's why you said he's sarcastic, because I'm sure he was definitely talking to a set of people and all that.
But how did you feel about it? Even though people have reached out to you, you know, this is open. This is to the world. He's not even doing a private one with you. He writes his thing, just tags you in there. How did he come to you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great about it. I think I posted, it came on the first day. It was the next day. I waited till the next day. And because even me, myself, it took a minute for it to creep into me to, you know, I looked at it and I was like, no, this is great. So that's why I posted it. Ignoring the shade that was in there, I just had to post it because I feel like the shade aside, this is something great, and it would push other people's that like other people's pen as well. People that are like me, people that are in the space, those that are also coming, it will also push their pen, you know, for them to go hard.
But why are you worried about the shade? It's not your concern. It's not you saying it. So why can if somebody bigging you up because he believes your pen game is high? I think that more like it's like a motivation to others as well. Whether if you decide to take it as a shade, it's for you, but it's like a motivation and a call to the occasion. So like you to improve your pen game. And he even goes to say, I can't be using LJ all the time. So
I saw people under the post tagging like, okay, it's good you said you can't use LJ all the time. So these are some rappers. Go check them out. So that's positive.
That's also some spotlight on Ghanaian rappers, you know, there. But one thing I saw the tweet over the weekend I've been longing to ask is the fact that, do you think that language played a major role in this? Because the rap was in English. He talked about something about exercising patience but couldn't go to the gym or something like that. First off, what song was that?
That was my Barcode series, Barcode 2. And it was like later they told me exercise patience. It wasn't working out, so I fired my gym instructor. So that was the line that he picked on.
Do you think that language had a role to play in this?
Yes, I can't lie. It definitely did, because it was out there in plain language. He could understand what it was, and the people he wanted to introduce it to as well. Sorry to say, are not people that would understand our local dialect and all that. So yeah, the language played a role.
The reason I'm asking you this, because we've constantly said that language cannot be a barrier. We've made instances of how, we get to sing Angelique Kidjo, we don't know what she's saying. We get to sing a lot of foreign artists. We sing a lot of Nigerian songs. We don't know what they're saying. And so we say language is not a barrier.
Yeah, I think language, maybe it's not a barrier, but to some extent, how to express yourself comes with it as well. You understand? Language may not be a barrier, but then at a point you need to express yourself to someone, and you need to do it in the language that the person will understand you very well in.
Guys, what do you make of this though? Oh, you were going to say something.
Yes. So with language being a barrier, I mean, he also made reference to other people maybe quote unquote improving
their pen game,
their pen game and all of that. There are really good rappers who rap in Chi, right? Would you say that starting off, the language was a focus for you, was a main thing for you? That's why you chose English and then you didn't choose any local dialect?
No. Because me, I'm like I'm an airway.
So when I was speaking earlier, you understand what I was saying?
Yes.
When I
met him, the first time I spoke, 90% of the time I meet him, we speak away.
I see. We didn't know.
Okay.
The first time, what Spintex said, people are just looking at us.
I see. Oh, nice. So you're the only outcast in quotes in this room. It's like this. It's all of us.
So that's the thing. Though, like, let's say I'm a number 9 as well. There's somebody that can express himself better in the language than I can do. So if they choose to rap there, I can understand why they would want to do it, because maybe they can even because it might be your language, but somebody can speak it deeper than you. So those people get to do a lot of things. It's about what you have control over. So me finding out that, okay, I think I can have control over this particular side of the of the language as in English. Let me do something with it. That's just the reason. But it wasn't language wasn't the focus. I didn't even think about it. I wasn't even it wasn't even an option that, okay, let me put these languages down and take one and rap with it. No, I just went with what I can express myself well in.
Talking about that same language, and C-Real and Olele, you come in. I think also in this market, it's become like a disadvantage, you know, because we are a society that is driven by the masses, and they keep saying that, oh, the masses don't want the English, they want, you know, the local.
It's still a battle here in Ghana. Actually, it's still a big battle here in Ghana, where English, where somebody here you speak English and automatically goes like Ochero. Because you are speaking English, and that's just the first thing that comes to mind. Like, hey, this guy here, you're doing like.
No, it's true. You remember what we talked about? Like,
it's just people get mad at you and angry at you, and people feel like you're rapping, and when people are bigging you up, they're like, no, it's because he's rapping in English, so you people think it's something packaged. But even to rap in English, it comes with a lot, the literature and all these things that it comes with, homophones and different things. It's a whole different topic there. You really have to dive into it deep. And I believe it's the same thing in Chi. Me, per se, I've never had a problem with Chi rap. I listen to it. It's fun to me. It's just that that's not what I can do best. So what I can do best is what I stick to. Yeah.
Now, it's interesting to note that some 6 years ago as well, the gentleman just by my side, to my left, to my right. Hey, because very soon he's going to bust.
Last week,
so let me keep giving him title.
He didn't gentleman me.
Very soon he's going to bust. Even on the WhatsApp platform from last night, I know that this guy is going to bust. So let me be giving you gentleman, so that you know it will tone down. You know that.
Aggression.
No, is the oh, why is the word not coming? Now I know the word, but my tongue is not able to roll it now.
What do you want to say? Aggression?
Adrenaline. You know, right. Yeah, my tongue was not able to roll it. Maybe I've not eaten some wakole and potato this morning. But you know, 6 years ago, he got his work used as thesis by a German PhD holder. You know, and you get to understand what this means, because 6 years ago you were there. What does it mean? You know, for a rapper,
it means rap is more than just music. It means besides the entertainment value that rap offers, there's also literature, there's also wisdom to be shared, and there's also social commentary. So what happened was a lecturer teaching a PhD class was exploring the growth and the dynamics of African urban spaces. And they were using music as the reference point, using music to try and understand how things were happening in various African urban spaces. And Accra was one of those spaces. So coincidentally, I had a song at the time that was speaking about the situation in Accra.
Wow.
And that's what caught their eye. So they requested that I send the lyric sheet, blah, 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 and all that. And before I knew, they were teaching the PhD class with that as the major reference.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Must feel really good.
Yeah, especially more than music.
Yeah, especially when you don't have a PhD and as they're using to teach people who have PhD. It tells the depth that you also have put in that song, because they are not mean people. Like they're not just some
it's not the
small children exactly you've packed together.
But what did that mean? Okay, what did that mean to you, C-Real? I mean, having to have your song put out there.
It's a defining moment for me, and it was bigger than any other thing on my list of.
They make noise,
I'm not. You see, because it's for me, it's intricate, it's internal. My validation and my fulfillment happens inside myself. So I don't wait for somebody Olele to. A lot of people give me those praise and everything, and I like it, and it's cool. But I don't let that drive me, because I did this. So even to be fair, I did this, and the song was just an honest song, right? Can I remember? I said, they say it's hard, but people still they buy the best of things. Others, they hustle just so they go find the best options. People get millions, but never give their next of kin. Others just live on coins, invest, and put the rest all in. Minimum wage, double shift, you'll never rest off thin. Drivers amazing business, they'll raise your next offspring. Sunday morning church service, make the best offering. You're paying money, giving cash just to cleanse your sins. Now your pastor's cruising around in a Range Rover, intoxicated with faith. You fail to stay sober. So many fake prophets acting like they're Jehovah. They say we're playing, but for some, Charlie, the game's over. They say heaven is for those with the purest of souls, but unemployment is high, so they hire on the low. Is this living hell? Will we live to tell the story of citizens living well? Charlie Minimpo. And I was just talking about Accra at the time.
Awala prophet.
And I just got frustrated by Accra. My studio had just burnt down.
Oh no.
Dumso was at its height. Money wasn't flowing. Clients weren't playing. I was like, I'm not a militant. I can't take Atlas and hit the streets. But if I enter the booth, they go, don't make you wonder or air.
Oh, Charlie!
So that's what I did. And then 6 months, 8 months later, I get an email that they saw this song, they heard they saw the video, blah, 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 blah. Wolasi, shout out to Wolasi. Wolasi was on the hook of that. Before I knew, I was on a Google chat call with some students somewhere, sending lyric sheets, asking me to explain to PhD students.
Wow.
For me, those are the fulfilling moments.
Sounds beautiful. Were you paid?
There was some coverage.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's great. So Lyrical, we hope that one day you two, you get to make some money.
It's bound to happen. Yeah.
All right, so now let's go into the conversation. Now that we have rappers whose rap are being studied, and we know that is a big conversation to have. I like the fact that you said in your submission right now that you don't have a cutlass. You're not a militant. You cannot hit the streets. But you knew rap.
Yeah,
they'll
have the same
listen.
effect. And now it's cast in time forever.
Yeah. So at least it goes to cement some of the things I've been saying. That all the run that the Nigerians are doing on social media, if they are taking their time, to go into the studio, maybe that one, like you say, will be cast in time. And look, our children and children's children will come and say, once upon a time there was a smallish boy called Wizkid who was a king of whatever in Nigeria and felt that he could disrespect a set of rappers, and they also showed him Pepe, kind of. But let's go to you. How have you been monitoring that space and what has been happening? So for those of you who do not know, let's start the conversation this way. So from out of nowhere, we woke up to a Snapchat post by the man himself, Wizkid. No, this is when he started bigging up people. Let's start from the beginning. I think the beginning was where he said there are no rappers in Nigeria, that the genre is dead. Then it began, that's what started the conversation. Then along the line, he comes to say that they are broke. Then again, he comes to say the only rappers he knows of Nasty C, Sarkodie, and Black Sheriff. And goes on and on and on, pokes them on and on. Then finally comes to say 48 hours after, still no rap song. So it's like, you all what? So you are not even rappers. Nasty C, Sarkodie, Black Sheriff, the only rappers in Africa. Okay, so the rest I cannot say. So he insults them, basically. And I don't know how you've been monitoring that space as a rapper, seeing your fellow rappers, not in your jurisdiction, not from your country though, but I'm sure there are rappers in Nigeria you admire, and they've been rubbished by a man who is deemed as a king of Afrobeats in Nigeria.
I think in the first place, if I should tackle it from where rappers should reply from, I think I can understand why they are not doing it, because they are scared of the number games. One, but one thing I understand. What's
the number game anyway?
As in, this is Big Wiz saying something. So if I go ahead to diss him, am I going to get the mass to support me? But what I know as a rapper is, we rappers, we don't wait for number games. It doesn't matter. You can have one follower and still completely go at somebody. As long as it's hard, because rap is one. Aside, there's two genres of music that I know that really holds message and is very provocative. Reggae rap, reggae music, rap music. They really speak a lot. So it's one kind of music that if you want to sit back and look at the number games before you go in, you're not going to do anything for it.
If I want to deduce from your own words and just being notorious, it means that the Afrobeats is doing there. It's not even carrying anything at all. So what you said.
There's types of music.
No, but what he said, it means that...
Yeah, he's right, it's not.
It doesn't carry the weight that you said. You said there are two genres, reggae and rap.
They
that
really carry
so
conscious music.
Intensive message. And
you think the Afrobeat he does that he's a king of doesn't really carry anything?
What someone is a king of is, it's all perspective. And me, I listen to Afro. I would tell you that maybe if you take me to Nigeria, and I'll tell you that my favorite Afro artist at this point is Burna Boy. Why? Because there are some singers that when you listen to them, you perceive rap in them. And he's one of those. You can hear how he goes about his wording on his songs and stuff. So that is why I listen to him. I don't really care about the numbers or anything. What he does, what he talks about. He has one-liners that even though he's a singer, he's a singer. He has said a line like, if they like, make them chop all make them mash all the tomatoes, them no go ketchup. That's a very brilliant thing for a singer to say. So such thing draws me close to such person. That's it. That's what I know. And that is why maybe I'll listen to such person. Aside that, this is what I am in for, and I've listened to different genres for some time, and I know very well that reggae rap really holds a lot.
Do you think that the act or the act or the posture by Wizkid is one that happens maybe not directly in this market, but to a lot of rappers, especially in this Africa space, especially with the rise of Afrobeat?
I'm sure with Wiz, I don't know who angered him, but I'm sure he's very angry, and he spoke out of anger. And looking at the list he put out there, if I was one particular person, I would be very, very offended. Who? Omar Sterling. I would have been very offended by saying that these are the only real rappers in Africa, knowing that that's like his
body.
Means. So that's why I can look at it and say it came from a point of anger and not two thoughts in it.
Okay, so,
No, but-
okay, you're saying that he was so angry he couldn't put all the names together.
I'm saying
He was reactive. He didn't think
he
about
was
it.
reactive because Omar is a rapper.
What about
Is he
MI?
not?
Wizkid is the same person who tweeted at MI when he started his career, begging MI for an opportunity and help.
He's grown
That's what I
past
was,
that.
that's what I was
That's the
saying
person
to
he
has-
MzGee that
Maybe that's the person
MI
he
has
has
helped
issues
you
with.
along the line.
Okay,
Maybe.
you see, that's where he's also
So
coming from. But I also
But
think,
the
okay,
Nigerians actually, from the tweets and the conversations, they actually say that it's targeted at Olamide and not MI, because Olamide has actually unfollowed him on Instagram
before the
after,
incident.
No, after.
Oh, then if it's after, then maybe
Yeah.
he's just offended by the
By what he
posture
That
said.
is still
of
a
it.
big blow to, and that is the selection is still a big blow to MI then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like you,
And
you
Emma
don't
has
know.
been the one who's been responding,
Yeah,
and
because
I'm like,
he's-
guy,
because
get
he's
into the studio.
Talking too much. I
You
don't
know?
know why.
No, because he's the
Maybe it was
person-
Vector. Okay, maybe also. You speak because I'm
See,
just jumping.
There's a thing that we are mistaken, right? Going at Wizkid on a rap beef song brings you no validation,
It doesn't.
right? It's like how do I say it? It's like the king of the monkeys saying that the cheetah is not fast because he's on top of the tree. Do you understand? If the cheetah starts running to prove to the monkey that I am fast, nothing will be achieved. Wizkid is not a rapper.
That's what I'm
Wizkid
saying,
is not a rap aficionado.
Aficionado, yeah.
Wizkid is not a battle MC. Wizkid doesn't have a rap album. Wizkid has not invested 2 songs in rap. He's not an official.
In fact, he tried and he failed.
Yes, he's not anybody to say what good rap is or isn't. He's a rap consumer at best. So his opinion is equal to any other person on social media who will say Lyrical Joe know the rap.
Yeah.
But
But it's just that he has the platform. So a lot of people say it every day that rap die. Oh, does it trend? The only reason why it's trending is because he has the platform, not because he's an executive in rap or because he knows rap.
Is it that he has the platform or he has the influence?
It's the same thing. With the platform comes the influence.
No, because
right?
the reason I'm using influence is that if you say he's not a master of rap,
Because when it comes
You
to
know?
rap, your influence actually don't, like, as a singer, your influence cannot do anything on a rap.
Nah, like
No, that's
have you ever
the
heard some
argument
before?
I'm
Have
trying
you
to
ever,
make.
where in
can't.
the world have you heard some before that a
can't.
singer or a pop star went at the rapper and the rapper
would
went to do
tension
beef?
you.
Nobody,
But with the
So
kind
what?
of,
It's just rappers against rappers. Is that
That's
what you're
what they're
saying?
saying.
in rap, the competitiveness of rap is for elevation purposes. If I kill Lyrical Joe right now, the rank he had, the status he had, becomes mine. That's why we apply the monarchy mindset. The king of the mic. This guy is the king. That's why they call him King Sack. Before he became landlord, he was King Sack. Why was he King Sack? Because he's been in the battlefield and he has taken many people's crowns. Do you understand? I was a battle MC. You understand what I'm saying? My validation, C-Real. It's not because I had #1 trending album.
No.
It's because if you stand face to face with me, you are going down. You understand? And that is what I built my brand on. Lyrical Joe has a brand where if you come at him with beef, you go get them.
I want you forgetting
get
the
it.
fact that times have changed, and in terms of clout, this guy has clout than a lot of the people that he's
Is it?
poking.
Yes.
And so, if they had jumped on it to prove, it would go beyond the Nigerian.
But I think
boundaries.
I hear what C-Real and Lyrical Joe
a
are
different
saying.
thing.
Like it will be fruitless having to just come in
because he's not a rapper. But would you
Exactly.
get the numbers if you do a rap song against Wiz, who's got numbers than you? Will you get people
The
come
thing
say,
is that Wiz
let
is
me
not going
hear?
to be able
No,
to
but Wiz won't
say.
respond.
It's not
there's
for-
no point
See,
of
the guy has
comparison.
insulted you. Me, that's what I'm thinking. You know, like you said in your
You know what beef
submission.
did for Manifest and Sarkodie? It elevated both of them.
Because
Yeah.
they are rappers.
Yeah, because they
you
are
know
rappers,
what the
and they
numbers are done
got
for?
an even point to spar. You understand? One said Wunte Brofo, one said Oshekaba, and blah, blah,
And
blah,
clearly
blah, blah.
stated their
And they
factions as
stated
well.
and then it militarized their fan bases. It helped Manifest fan base. It helped Sax fan base, and it elevated rap. And for a moment, everybody was looking out for the next rap song. If rappers are going at each other, everybody wins. That's why even in the past, beef was engineered. Apart from the risky beefs like West Coast,
and
East
the-
Coast,
yeah.
and the gang-related stuff, a lot of beef were engineered. When 50 Cent came out first, before when he had It's Your Birthday, the birthday song,
Go Shorty.
Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday, right? People came at him that, they do this party song, you say be hard guy in New York, what. They engineered beefs with people just so that he could prove his hardness again. You understand? So beef is an instrumental tool in hip hop. If me and Olele get beef, we go chop fufu after.
Yeah.
After because we needed the beef for him to show himself and for me to show myself.
But some people will also say that then there was no point in the rappers responding anyway. Because he's not a
you see-
rapper.
you
So that's why they're not responding in song. They're just
You're not responding to
They are
what you are
tweeting.
insulting.
So-
You see, he
They're
went
responding
beyond.
in
He
words.
went beyond saying rap is dead. He went beyond saying rap is dead. He
Said you
started
have lost
insulting
them.
people.
Yeah.
Said people are poor. He can help people's mothers and fathers. Oh, bro.
You see, that is why-
He took it beyond music.
You see, that's
it became
why-
a personal attack
So
on
if-
a bunch of people
Yeah,
who
so
were
if
minding
you're
their
asking
business.
why the rappers are not coming on him like you expect, this would be maybe the reason why.
What's
that-
there to gain?
You see-
apart from
The
Spotlight,
fact
what's there
that
to
he's
gain?
not a rapper and it's not gingering them. And because right now it's two things that's going to happen. If you as a rapper, when you throw a diss song at him, you're going to have to face the fans, not him.
Not
It's
him.
coming
That's
back
another
at
thing.
you.
Because the fans will judge you.
Because guess what? Any rapper,
Are you not also
any
going to make
rapper.
a statement
So are you
in the
gonna-
minds
any
of the
Oh
rapper-
yeah, you will.
Is that not what
See,
the whole thing is about?
definitely you will.
Especially when he's come back
Any
48
rapper,
hours, 8
I'm saying
later.
this here today on Culture Daily. Any rapper can kill Wizkid in a diss song because Wizkid is not a rapper.
True. So why are they not doing that?
Because it's
Because
filter.
he's not a rapper.
There's not. What's the challenge?
That is my problem.
What's the
Because the guy
challenge?
comes
What's
back.
the challenge?
And I know that I'm the only one on this tangent, but the guy comes back 48 hours later and shows you the mindset he had.
It's not
Maybe
his job
it's
to
a
enable
rethink
rappers, sister.
or whatever. He says,
There's
but
Afrobeats.
48 hours after,
MzGee.
still no rap song to
There's-
prove me wrong.
If
that the genre is there.
listen, if rappers took, let's be honest, rap is still one of the most consumed music genres in the world.
Right.
Rap is still one of the highest award-winning categories in the world.
True.
There are more rap stars, right? The only genre that outweighs rap stars are pop stars.
pop stars, yeah.
Afrobeat is not even 1/5 of what rap is globally, right?
At least not in Africa.
Afrobeat
see,
and saying it,
So
right?
the rise
we
that
are having
Afrobeat is
we are having
experiencing
an
right now.
honest conversation, right? We said Afrobeats is on the what?
Rise.
You are not there, and no matter how much you rise, right, you have not reached the point of impact where rap is, right? If we start mentioning successful award-winning rappers today, we'll be here till night time. Afrobeats, you can mention all of them in 2 minutes. You understand? And that's not a diss to anybody. That is the fact.
It's true.
Right? So we need to be very measured in how we are taking this. Wizkid is big in Africa and he's making an impact on the global stage. The whole Africa is proud of him. We are all happy. I am a big Wizkid fan, right? But that fandom ends when he takes his success as a justification to disrespect a whole genre that he's not a part of. It's like me singing here right now and saying that because Ghanaians are not winning reggae album award all across,
dead.
reggae artists are crap. Do you get what I'm saying? It's total disrespect. So it's not about beef. Anybody can kill Wizkid on a rap song. But what would you prove by that? Right?
That rap is
It's,
not dead.
it's like going to the mortuary and beating a dead person.
You would have proven to him that rap is not dead. You would have proven to him that.
He's not the chairman of validation for rap.
I think
Rap
But
fans,
I think it's contradiction happened there because you go ahead to say rap is dead, but then you go ahead to mention who the rappers are.
In Africa, he only
So
had 3 of them.
So it's not dead.
which
But
is
so-
even,
so it's not
which
dead
is
then.
even
How
that
do
list
you go ahead to
crime,
mention-
yawa.
No, but
That is
let me
Scrappy
ask.
You see,
I've been asking since
like,
yesterday.
I come here and say that all TV stations are dead in Ghana,
But you're here.
but I'm here.
Yeah. Charlie,
But
see-
even the list, like you said, is Yawa.
my brother rushed and tweeted something, sister. He rushed and put something on his Snapchat.
Anyway, we are told that Kojo Q is on the line. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say because he has been listening to the conversation. Of course, he also is a rapper, but we'll get to know how he feels about that conversation raised in Nigeria before we continue to expand the conversation to whether the genre has become a voice or is still a voice and one that people are reckoning with. Kojo Q, happy Farmers Day belated. I hear you're into farming. You have to bring us some of the produce, though.
If you buy, why not?
If I like that.
Allow cash out.
That's a businessman right there. But let's go straight to the conversation. Have you followed the space over the weekend? There's been some exciting conversation around rap with our brothers from Nigeria. And of course, as a rapper, I'm sure that you follow keenly because to a large extent, you get affected. Tell me how you've been feeling about Big Wiz and all the things he's been saying.
I'll be honest with you. I do not follow Wizkid. I don't. I'm not really interested in a lot of the stuff that he does. I'm personally a big Ben and Davido fan. So you know Davido and Wizkid.
Charlie.
Rapper, sounds, rapper, me sounds.
No. Like personally, I'm not like on his Snapchat and it, but I have seen like the conversation. I have seen the post. The first thing I usually ask myself is, why is a non-rapper talking about rappers? And then I'm like, oh, he has an album. Oh, all right. That's done.
So for you, you think that it's just some publicity stance he's trying to pull?
There isn't. Why is he like? Why? You are Big Wiz. You have all the money in the world. You have everything. You are the biggest Afrobeats star in the world. Afrobeats is the biggest genre in the world. Why do you wake up one morning and decide that, hey, rap is dead? Why does that why is that a concern for you? You understand? Why is that a concern for you? Because you gain nothing from saying that unless you gain what is happening now. All of us having this conversation about it. Because before this, I didn't see you guys discussing this album, and I hear it's a good album.
No,
you understand? But now we are discussing him again.
Now, from a perspective of a rapper, you know, the feeling, like you said, why is an Afrobeat artist talking rap? Already, it means for you that you won't tolerate any Afrobeat artist, whether Ghana or wherever, talking about your genre of music. Is that to see that? Is that?
It's not. It's not. I won't tolerate. I do not take rap. I do not have rap conversations with people that are not into the genre. I do not take the opinions of, like, if Jay-Z came to tell me that Afrobeats is dead, am I going to be pissed about it? He's not an Afrobeats artist. He doesn't know anything about Afrobeats. So that's not a person that I'm not going to be worried about what a non-rapper who obviously doesn't even like rap has to say about rap.
Now, is the genre on a decline, which I've seen many articles suggest. Now, people have argued that, well, it's not dead as Wiz is saying, but rather it's on a decline. Do you subscribe to that school of thought?
It's on a decline where we have to be specific. If you say rap is on a decline in Nigeria, I don't know about their rap atmosphere, but probably, right? If you say, you can't say rap is on a decline in South Africa. A lot of South African artists who we know are rappers. You can't say rappers on the decline in France. There are a lot of their pop artists that are rappers. You can't say rappers on a decline in America. 50%, more than 50% of their biggest artists that we know are rappers. You can't say rappers on a decline in the UK. There are so many UK rappers.
So the argument is,
say rappers on the decline.
Go ahead. When you're done, I'll bring the argument.
You can't even say rappers on the decline. Okay, you can't even say rappers on a decline in Ghana, because I dare you to mention 10 Ghanaian artists that are super huge right now, and there will be more than one rapper in there. Most of them will have songs that have rappers on there.
There's even four off the top of my mind.
I think in Ghana we have 4 rappers. Yeah, we even have more rappers in Ghana than maybe we have Afrobeats artists.
So the argument has been that rap or hip-hop is on a decline globally, and Afrobeats is what is on the rise. So they're saying that the consumption of hip hop, rap music is not as huge as it was before. So the argument is that, look at even in America, the rappers are seen to be jamming, partying, want to associate with Afrobeat stars. Now, because they see that there's something there. Now, also they're thinking of how can we merge with these people to make an impact beyond our already known rap. You mentioned South Africa. We know that as we speak now, Amapiano is what is on the rise in South Africa as compared to the many rappers they have and their songs transcending borders. Here in Ghana, in Nigeria, we know the issue about Afrobeat to the extent that in Ghana, many rappers have now have to engage feature singers, to get the for lack of a better word, let me use acceptance, or to get the approval, penetration. So to some extent, it means that rap, as we knew before, it's not that same. It's maybe declining a bit, and Afrobeat is gaining some momentum. You can go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, rappers have always featured singers. Always. Always. Rappers have always featured singers.
Always.
There hasn't been a time where the biggest rap songs in the world did not have singing in them. So, just put that aside. That's not even a conversation that we need to have. Rappers have always worked with singers. It goes hand in hand. Secondly, if you say rap is on a decline globally, I disagree, and I'm disagreeing with facts. Because if you look at this whole year, if you look at the Billboard charts, Billboard Top 100 for this whole year, you won't find 10 Afrobeat songs that were top 10. And you're going to find more than 10 rap songs that were top 10. So that's not the conversation. These are numbers things. You do not just say, oh, when I went outside, people were jamming to the end, so rap is dead. No, the numbers say the biggest artist in the world, according to the numbers at the moment, is Drake. He is a rapper. You understand? So how is rap dead?
No,
it's not dead as we are saying. We are saying that the conversation is that it's on the decline.
And there's one thing I would like to say.
Like, how is it on the decline? How is it? How is it on the decline?
There's one thing I would like to say.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lyrical.
For example, you spoke about how rappers have to work with singers and do. One thing you should know about rap is that it has survived different eras. At the point you might mistake and say Azonto is popping. Rap is not popping. Obahim and Edahim Amisima. What was he doing on that song? He was rapping.
Evolves.
Most of the Afrobeat songs that you hear that you might say, the Amapiano, there's a whole lot of rap on Amapiano. So rap goes through everything. So you might mistake and say rap is not there. It's different way of talking about even rap, and it's different way of talking about hip hop. But rap have gone through a lot. Any genre that can Adua, rap can go on Adua. So rap is.
Joe. I like that you brought that up because it's the first thing that makes me not even want to have this Wizkid conversation because. He doesn't even understand the difference between rap and hip hop. They are two separate things. Anybody can rap on anything.
Fact.
Rap will always be around. You understand? Maybe what he meant to say is hip hop, and a certain type of hip hop is on the decline. But music evolves over time. Even High Life, we are not making the same High Life that we were making. If you look at High Life, E.T. Menson's High Life is very, very different from C.K. Man's High Life. It's very, very different from Papa Yankson. It's very, very different from Daddy Lumba. It's very, very different from whatever Kwame Eugene is making right now. Music is supposed to evolve. So even if he meant hip hop, and that we are not making the type of hip hop that Wu-Tang made anymore, it's supposed to evolve. You understand? But rap, to say rap is on the decline, no.
You do not agree.
It's not factual. It's not factual. It's not that I don't have to agree or disagree. It's not factual. The numbers say you are lying. I'm not the one who said it. If you say rap in Nigeria is on the decline, the numbers will be in your favor. You understand? If you say rap general is on a decline, the numbers are not in your favor. So it's not a factual statement.
Okay. C-Real.
Hello.
You know, we'll be waiting for you to add your voice to.
My voice is that Kojo and Lyrical are both right. And then the fans need to realize the impact and control they have on the perception of music genres. In Africa, we have this thing, and specifically Ghana, we have this thing where when something is trending or momentarily relevant, we use that success to condemn every other thing that we had before. Rap and high life and hip life were jamming when Asem was popping, when Suje remix was full of rappers. Remember, this is a remix from KK. And then we managed to switch up to Azonto. All of a sudden, everything that we had succeeded with previously was trash. And I pass. And then Azonto, the same thing, Afrobeat started popping out, and Azonto passed. The fans are the ones who control those waves. Rap is always available. Rap music is always available and evident in every genre of music. Rap is rhythm and poetry, right? Rhythm being any beat structure that you can put words to. Black, 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 sheep, you can do it. Rhythm and poetry. So rap is not the dressing or the mindset or this guy looks like a rapper. Rap is the ability to tell a fruitful story, right, on music. So you notice that you can't rap and have every other line being abstract. There needs to be continuity. It's not like Afrobeat. Afrobeat, you can start with, I see MzGee for the studio. Last week we did La Paz. I go take him to Dubai. There's no coherence in Afrobeat lyrics, right? It's just single lines of feel-good vibes strung together with a melody, right? That's why even the crux of the whole thing is on the beat. They call it Afro beats. That's why if you don't have a good producer on your Afro beat or on your Amapiano, it no go far. Talk what you want to talk. Take any Afrobeat lyrics. See if you can read it from first word to last word and see if you get any cohesion. See if you get any sensible thing from the first lyrics to the last. Oh, they are coming at us. So see if you see any if you can read it and make sense. Take any rap verse and read it, right, from the beginning to the end. You will hear the lyrics. You will get the sense. Today we're exploring Damian Marley and Nas. Listen,
that was reggae and hip hop together,
right? If you take any rappers lyrics and you print them out, anybody on the planet can read it and get what was meant. Kojo, live, go on.
Yeah, I have a question for your panelists, right? Before we end, I want them to name the top 10 who, in their opinion, are the top 10 artists in Ghana at the moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll start with MzGee. I'll come back to the survey.
They'll conduct that survey later on. But okay, go ahead.
I wanted to ask C-Real, Cue and Lyrical Joe, right? Now, you people are rappers. I mean, we, the listeners and consumers of the music, will constantly mix up rap and then hip-hop, right? So for the benefit of we who do not know what that difference is, where do we draw the line and say a particular song is hip-hop or a particular song is rap?
I'll answer.
You answer.
Hip-hop is more than rap. Rap is a means of communicating hip-hop culture. Hip-hop encompasses fashion, lifestyle, decision-making, language, and then the structure of the hip-hop society itself. So like I mentioned that we have a hierarchy system. In the hip-hop, you see they say OG. When I go somewhere, people say OG. That's respect. So even though I'm not an active rapper, right, I am still a respected hip-hopper. Do you understand? And I will forever be. And that is what hip-hop is. So if Sarkodie decides to stop now, right, Sarkodie will forever be a hip-hopper. Even though boys go can't rap past him, right? And that is what you will not hear anybody take Lyrical Joe in song. But Lyrical Joe, that means Lyrical Joe will be better than C-Real. We are not in the same sphere. Right. Hip-hop and rap are not the same thing. And that's why Jay-Z can sleep for years. And when he decides to move away from being a hip-hop mogul, making billions, to becoming a rapper on God Did, we all go nuts. That he's back to rap.
Yeah.
But he's always been hip hop.
And you see what one verse of rap did.
Yeah. You see how Jay lost his mind.
You hardly hear any other genre. One verse drops down like that and goes everywhere. So that's very powerful.
Kojoku, are you going to respond to that? Because I love the fact that Lenny brought that. When I saw the list of rappers that Wizkid said he knew, I kept asking. I never knew that someone like Black Sherif is a rapper. I see him as a hip-hop artist, and he says he's a rapper. And I said, well, how come we've never considered him, if truly he's a rapper? How come? So it means that there's some distinct between hip-hop and rap, because I've never considered Black Sherif a rapper. You know, to see him in that list tells me that...
He actually started as a rapper.
Well, but he's not... It's not what broke him. Today, if I ask you to describe Black Sherif, you call him a rapper?
Well, because I know him as a rapper when he started.
Is that what you describe him as, if I ask you to describe him?
I actually describe Black Sherif as a high life artist.
So if I see somebody call him
Black Sherif, Mohammed Ismail Sherif, popularly known as Black Sherif, is a Ghanaian singer.
You see,
rapper.
Yeah.
He has had continuous success with his singing and his Afrobeats music releases. But he has the capability.
Let me cut in here.
Okay.
Let me cut in here.
Go ahead, Kojoku.
Black Sherif doesn't have a single Afrobeat song that is big. Black Sherif doesn't make Afrobeats.
He doesn't make Afrobeats. To me, I don't use. I see him as a high life artist.
So is he a hip hop artist or is he a rapper?
He has rapped before. Right now, what he is doing, he doesn't consider it as rap, so I won't consider it as rap. But he's a hip hop artist.
It's like Drake.
You understand?
It's like Tory Lanez.
In the same way that like we had in the olden days, we had Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg doesn't rap at all, but Nate Dogg is not a pop artist. Nate Dogg is a hip hop artist to the core.
So what's the line? He said why do I draw the line between a hip hop artist and a rapper? Because he talked about lifestyle and all of that, but I know that when we are doing songs categorization, we categorize hip hop as a genre. We categorize rap also as a different genre. So where do I get the distinct?
Rap under
Hip hop is rap about hip hop culture. Gang violence.
I think it's
hierarchy.
I think it's only in Ghana that we have that separation, because the billboards don't have awards for hip hop and different one for rap. They just have rap, right? And BET and everything just has hip hop, right? In Ghana, we have best rapper and then we have best hip hop song and stuff, instead of like best rap song. But that's we are always confused about everything, so it's not even a thing. Yeah, but it's just what C-Real was saying. It's like it's a whole culture. Like, it's not just rap is just one aspect of it. DJing is a big part of hip hop.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
graffiti is a big part of it.
All DJs are hip hop.
Boy dancing is a big part. You understand? Yeah, like there are sampling music that samples other. That's a major.
Even breakdancing is part of it.
So even Afrobeats borrows.
Yeah, basketball.
Afrobeats borrows.
Yeah.
Like what Berna has done with Last Class is a very hip hop thing to do. He sampled an old song. You understand? So it's the whole culture. When you hip hop, there, it's
big.
Fashion, it's big. It's a whole culture. Maybe the thing that is easily identifiable is maybe our beats, but even that evolves, right? Even that evolves.
Now, one of the things that I noticed. Go ahead.
If Jay-Z hopped on an Afrobeat song, but he talked about life in New York and there was no singing on it, what would that be? Would that be a rap song? Would that be a hip hop song, or would that be an Afrobeat song?
Hip-hop. That'll be hip-hop. That'll be rap song.
Well, that's the question.
The beat it will be a rap song.
It's a rap song, right? But because of what he's talking about, and because he's Jay-Z, and because you bring all the other culture, it could be a hip-hop song.
Yeah.
Let's come.
You understand? So everything evolves.
Everything evolves indeed. Let's come down to the commercialization of rap. I've heard in time past a lot of rappers say that rap is not commercial music. And so maybe that could be what we are mistaken to be what they're saying, is a decline. So maybe there's rap in our faces, but because it's not a commercial genre, it's for a niche. So we are beginning to misinterpret it as because some other genre is commercial and is all over the place. So we are beginning to misinterpret the two. That one is commercially viable as compared to the other, and that's why we begin to say, oh, maybe some people can comfortably say, even without looking at the numbers, to say, oh, this is on the decline because this is commercial and this is not as commercial as the other.
You know, to be fair, that's what I was going to come to, because I think Wizkid is actually put in the context on which he went on his Snapchat to emphasize on, and I'm going to read the line that has created this conversation. He says, Afrobeats is a new pop. I sold 2 million copies in America off one song. So commercialization is what he's talking about here. Even some American artists don't have a diamond record, which is untrue, but we'll move on from there. If I'm being honest, I don't listen to any other genre of music anymore. I don't listen to rap. That is boring to me. It's dead now. It's tired. These guys do the same rap on the same beats and the same flows. This is an Afrobeat artist talking about how successful he has become with the new pop. From where he sits, he hasn't seen, and I'm just narrowing it down to Nigeria, because that's what he was actually talking about. I don't think we are just trying to generalize the conversation.
No, we are generalizing because we have rappers here.
Exactly, but he was targeted.
But he's talking on an international platform, right?
Yeah, but obviously,
and then he even went ahead to talk about some American artists.
Who have no God.
Which stats that he doesn't know.
That's what I'm saying, that he's first coming to
the commercialization, which is what I want you to respond to.
Okay.
Let's lyrical respond to whether you think is an issue of commercialization, because the Afrobeat genre looks more commercial. Q wants to.
Yeah.
So
okay.
We'll not speak on it because I also have
Okay,
something
that's
to
fine.
say.
So all of you get the opportunity. Let's start with LG.
But what is a commercial song? That's what I want to ask. What is a commercial song to you?
For me, it's a song that's had enough mileage to bring you money.
Okay, fine. For example, let's say Darko Vibes. I break all that everything you give me.
The song, yeah.
In a song, yeah.
But we vibe to it.
Right.
The next minute, I'm from back in the days drop. Can we vibe to it?
Of course.
Yeah. So we don't have people that sit in a particular room to determine that.
What song
You
is
can
commercial?
determine that this is the song I want to push, but you can never sit in one particular room and say that this is the commercial song.
Commercial song also to me
Because
means,
as an artist, there are points where, you see, when we are talking like that, we have million Afro pop artists that are also underground, that are very good, but they are not getting it. Very, very, very
have
good.
the logistics to push the music.
It's not so. If Afro was that whole Cinderella that we are talking about, then everyone that sits on the mic to sing Afro
should
will
blow.
go. It is not. So in the first place, that's how they deceive. They deceive lots of young and coming up artists, and everyone enters the booth and starts singing Afro pop, feeling like they will blow with it, and when they don't blow, it becomes a big disappointment. It is not.
So what you think?
You need to look at what works for you. Afro pop works for him. I might drop a good Afro pop song under the year review, and like, for example, Win-Win, yeah, Afro pop song,
yeah, solid record,
under the year review, and then I just go stand at the roadside, pick up my phone and do a rap freestyle, and it goes, boom. So different things work for different people.
We are talking about commercialization in the sense, okay.
So commercial is you picking what you have. What you have, not you leaving what you have and going to say that this one is commercial, so I'm leaving it. You picking what you have and then upgrading it to the mass.
So do you think rap has been commercial for you? Or what you do, as a rapper, do you think what you've been doing?
Yeah, for example, if you pick me like this, when you hop onto YouTube, you type any of my songs and you see like thousands of white people reacting to my rap songs.
Right. So for you, that is commercial value to you.
That is what is taking me there.
Okay.
I'm listening to the people. I'm doing the jamming songs, the Afro, the Amapiano. I've done it and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right.
But you know the result of what gives you what. Like he's saying, he sold 2 million from something. Because he knows what result came out of that for him.
Right.
Doesn't mean that the same thing happened for, let's say, for example, if you understand, for somebody it didn't happen. It happened in a different way for them. Now trying to let us know that your way is the way is what gets us missing. It will get us missing.
It's a Lyrical Joe. You see, what you're saying is very important because it takes me back to the names he even mentioned. You see, you talk about the fact that you are experiencing some kind of commercial value because of the kind of reactions you see from foreigners on the other side. That is to you, right? In the names Wizkid listed, he mentioned Nasty C. I want to believe that every African who loves music knows about Nasty C.
Nasty C, yes.
Many of us got to know about Nasty C because of that Roundtown record. They said, "Oh, the main no." That Coach Studio performance. And then there's another one he did.
The one with Ice Prince and Maporisa is actually the one I think a lot of people got to know him from.
But said with Roundtown, a singer, was the song that actually like brought Nasty C to this part.
Really?
But even though, you see, the thing is, like you said.
So he said to this part.
See, the thing is,
because
people know.
one freestyle rocketed Nasty C.
So I'm saying that people know of Nasty C as a rapper. And these are lovers of rap music. So they listen to rap in its entirety. They like to research on other rappers. Like, C-Real may know of a rapper in South Africa I don't know of. You get me? You may know of a rapper in Kenya I don't know of. But maybe a partnership or maybe a hit song with a Black Sheriff or maybe a Burna Boy will bring that rapper's name to this side. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm looking at Wizkid, seeing the kind of commercial success maybe Nasty C has had with rap music. The kind of commercial success Sarkodie has had with rap music, and now the kind of commercial success Black Sheriff is having with rap music in certain countries that on a normal day you wouldn't hear of. That's how I'm seeing this thing because of what you just said, right? Yeah. So he may be in his right to say, because Wizkid is definitely still talking about the commercialization because still he keeps saying you guys are broke.
Where he is not in his right is talking about the artists that the rappers take the same beat and they take the same beat and
over and over again. Clearly, you can see someone who doesn't listen to rap.
But that's definitely the picture of Afropop he painted. It's the same thing that is being said on Afropop every time.
Yeah, Taya the girl in Baka.
Yeah.
But let's go
to. If anyone is going to shade rap of not having content, it's not Afro.
It's not Afro.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, because you don't.
It's Kojo Q.
The same beat over and over
so
and
C-Real,
over.
let's hear you before we go to Kojo Q.
Commercialization of hip-hop music gave birth to commercial rap. When hip-hop was at its peak, it was reserved for Latinos and blacks. Record labels needed to find a way to expand the genre to access everybody. So they decided to pair rappers in record deals with R&B and pop stars, white R&B and pop stars. And that's where rappers had to change the content from their hardcore content
rap,
to a more appealing, suburban, appreciated content. That in turn birthed R&B, black R&B stars like Maya, Ashanti, Cassie, all the young girls who decided to make a living being the girls who could sing, but were more, all these people I mentioned, their biggest hits are hip-hop songs.
Of course.
Right? Yeah. Every breath, that's Faith, right?
Yeah.
Who knew Faith Evans until she was on that song?
Twister.
Exactly. So hip-hop became commercialized rap because record labels needed to make more money. When record labels started making more money, the racism and other issues led to the birth of black R&B and pop stars.
Yeah.
Right? Chris Brown, Neo, that whole genre came. And they were not just enough sufficing, providing hooks and melodies for rappers. So they became full-blown genres and superstars on their own. So like he said and Kojo said, it is an evolution. If you understand, it's the same hip-hop rap that has been taken from Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. That has been taken and evolved over and over and over again to fit whatever the music business needed. We need to realize that the music business and its profitability is the number one priority of the stakeholders. Sony, Def Jam, BMG, whoever your record label is. If you are not making money, it's a useless venture. So if you are the best Lyrical Joe and you can battle rap everybody in West Africa, but you can't sell out Independence Square or Stadium, then the record label is not enthused until they put you on a chorus with somebody. So that's when that pattern was born. That, okay, we need 2 verses. Rappers used to rap 3 verses, right?
Yeah.
Rappers used to rap. The only genre that people used to come at 3 verses.
In a way, Sarkodie still does.
Yeah,
If you
but the
study-
shorter verses,
if
not
you study
16
his
bars
song
now.
with King Promise, still 3 verses.
But we moved to 2 verses because they had to make way for
The
a
chorus.
chorus. Exactly. So rap has been the initial clay, the sculpting. Rap was the biggest piece of the sculpture, and they've been carving away at it to make way for whatever is profitable at whatever given time, right? So you need to understand this to understand that rap is not dead. Rap has evolved to whatever is profitable for the big guns today. So that's why Drake is one of the most successful people, because Drake appeals to
all
everybody, right? That's why J. Cole, despite his successes, people don't speak about J. Cole like
they
or
talk
Kendrick
about
Lamar, like they talk about Drake. J. Cole did an album with himself, no features, nobody else on the hook. He produced 9 of the 12 songs himself, and the song went triple platinum. You know what that's like, sitting in your room producing 12 songs, and it went triple platinum from your bedroom. But nobody talks about J. Cole the way they talk about Drake, because the pop machinery behind Drake is not behind J. Cole. But if you're asking who was a successful rapper, it's J. Cole over Drake any day. So you need to understand this and not blame the artist, right? The artists are still prolific. There's still a million rappers out there. Rap is not dead. There is rap every day, everywhere. But the problem is that the machine that runs commercial music is looking for what is most acceptable across the spectrum. What will radio play? What will TV show? What can they listen to in an airline so that we can take advertisers' money? You understand? That's what it is.
Then I think Wizkid is partly right.
That's what I'm going to ask Kojo Q now.
I think
Kojo Q,
Wizkid is partly right.
It is not.
He may not be right with rap
Do you know
being
what is
dead.
happening with
can
Afrobeats?
we go to Kojo Q
Do you know
before
what
we
is
come back
happening?
to the argument?
Let me just address.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know what is happening with Afrobeats?
When you say what's happening to Afrobeat, in what sense? Like in terms
In the
of
sense that all this in external investment, I posted something. All this external investment that we see in
I'm talking about the numbers.
everything, numbers, record labels, everything, right? Now, Joey Akan wrote, we no longer release Nigerian music from Nigerian offices.
That's true.
Our funding no longer comes from Lagos offices. The biggest players in our music are no longer Nigerians. Now our artists no longer want to perform for Nigerians. You don't see a pattern, we are losing our recipe. This is what big record labels do when a genre is popping.
Yeah.
They come in, provide their machine, take it to the West, milk it,
And dilute it.
and dilute it to make a profit.
And that being said,
And let it slide.
and that being said,
And then let it slide
do you
because it's
think-
boring
do you-
now.
Do you think that Afropop is experiencing something right now that hip hop or rap hasn't experienced?
Experienced before.
No, you see.
Well, let's go to
let's
let's
just
go to
answer- let's just answer that before we go.
What
Do
I
you
know,
think-
what
do
I
you
know is
Let me before we go to Kojoa, there was I am proof
Yeah.
that there was a time where hip hop was so important in Africa that there was a TV reality
it's just
show
one thing I want-
picking the best
Best
hip
rap,
hoppers
yeah.
from every African country
Yeah,
for the world to see.
Sprite
So
Sounds
hip hop
inside
was that big.
But
Now,
I'm-
when
but I'm-
Afro
Because
also
it was
has that-
profitable at
so
that time.
We just hope that when Afro also has that longevity as rap has had, and some other genre
come to
up,
take over.
it can
We won't
be
hear
spoken
this.
about like this.
Well, let's go to Kojo Q. Kojo Q, you have a last bite on this commercialization of
The girl in Baka.
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you now.
leave the back alone, please.
Oh, yeah, bre.
I want to ask before I go to that. I want to ask you one thing, right?
Uh-huh.
The song that Wizkid is talking about, the song he's saying has sold 2 million records, right?
Yeah, 2 million copies.
2 million copies.
Yeah.
If you take Wizkid out of that song, is that song an Afrobeat song?
No.
If you listen to these beats with just terms on it, is that song an Afrobeat song? The biggest
Essence.
Afrobeat
Isn't it
artist that
Essence?
actually does
Yeah.
Afrobeats is Burna Boy,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And let me go to commercialization. That's what my brothers have said. If your definition of commercialization is what sells, then it is whatever is getting the biggest budget to market itself. When I say Honey Coochie Coochie, everybody on that panel will know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yes. If you give me Tigo's advertising budget for this year, I promise you that by the end of the year, Lyrical Joe will be one of the biggest artists in Ghana, and he doesn't have to. He will do the same giddy giddy rap that you people are saying it can sell. Let's not confuse marketing with what can sell and what cannot sell. When people wake up in the morning, they do not know what type of song they want to hear from Wizkid until Wizkid gives it to them. You are not sitting in your house thinking, I want Wizkid to sing about just big bumps. You don't know anything. When he gives it to you, then you accept it. And sometimes you don't even accept it, but it ends up that you hear it so much that it is just in your head. Right? You hear it so much that you don't have to like the song, but you know the song. So anything at all can be made commercial with the right budget. You understand? It just so happens that every once in a while, something comes along that is easier to make commercial in terms of marketing. So the people that have the money spend all the money on those things. And then when it passes, they move on to the next thing. When it passes, they move on to the next thing. That's just what happens. If you are using that to judge genres, then you are going to say that high life is dead. You are going to say that when was the last time a reggae song became the biggest song in Ghana? Reggae is dead. When was the last time a dancehall song from Jamaica became the biggest song in West Africa? Dancehall is dead. You understand where I'm going with with my arguments.
So is that to say that the hip hoppers, the rappers are not getting the budget, or they are not investing in themselves, and so the other genre seems to be getting, people pushing it?
MzGee, if you list the top 15 musicians in Ghana, majority are rappers. So your question is flawed. Let's do that list. Sack.
A lot of what
Manifest.
A lot of what
Joe.
A lot
Amarado.
of what Wiz is doing.
Eno. Who? Mention our best Afrobeats people. Medical. I'm already at 6 out of 10. So if whoever you mention for your 4, you understand?
Mr. Drew is also a rapper as well.
You understand? Like rap is like being a chameleon.
Omar Sterling.
No, Omar Sterling. EL. Like what do you
we
like?
9.
So
Kojo, be done so that when he starts mentioning, we are able to poke in.
No,
but
Kojo
be
can
done with your conversation, your submission. Sorry.
Yeah. So a lot of what Wizkid is saying is facts. If you look at it as he's talking about the Nigerian industry, right? It is facts. If it is specific to Nigeria, which is something that Joey Akan has been talking about over and over again on his timeline, saying that the rappers now need to start rapping more on pop beats, because it looks like the pop beats are what are moving. So they need to migrate their pop beats, their rap to pop beats, like somebody like Ladipo did when he did "I Like the Way I'm Feeling." It became super big. That was a rap song. Right? That's a rap
Running
song.
with Fireboy, same thing.
You understand? So, yes, you understand. So, a lot of what they are saying is very specific
To the
the
market.
Nigerian
That
music
is what I'm
industry,
saying.
because we listen to them more than they listen to us.
That's what I was saying.
Right? We listen to them more than they listen to us. So when he's saying that I haven't listened to rap in a while, he's probably talking about American rap and Nigerian rap.
Yeah.
And then even when he went on to talk about the only rappers that he knows,
Ghana rap.
2 of them are Ghanaians and 1 of them is South African.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He was very specific.
You understand?
To
So
the
if you
Nigerian
look
market. He was very specific.
Yeah.
Yes, if you look at it like that, you are not going to be mad at his submission
At all.
He's talking to a specific demographic, and it's okay.
Let me ask you a question that has been on my mind, and of course, when I saw the last tweet, I said, okay, maybe this was the agenda, and we somehow talked about it in the beginning, but again, I asked that if the conversation was tailored to the Nigerian market, was it then right when he said 48 hours after, no rapper has proved him wrong by releasing a song?
So the only way a rapper can prove him wrong is for that rapper to release a rap song and for that rap song to become big, not to diss him. That is not his point. Is not that no rapper is better at dissing him. His point is rap is on the decline. People don't listen to rap anymore.
Rap is not making money for him.
In the same breath, yes, but in the same breath that he said that, people like Black Bones and Superboy Check came out and said, hey, my album is a rap album. On Audio Mac this year, I am top 10 rap albums. I am top 10 albums overall. My album is a rap album. I am top 10 albums. 2 rappers came out and said, we made rap albums this year on Audio Mac. We are top 10 albums. So what then are you saying that the genre is dead? You understand? So in terms of when I came on and you were discussing, oh, somebody needs to release a rap song and prove him wrong. If you release a rap song and you diss Wizkid, you gain absolutely nothing out of it.
Not even from anything from the clout he has, not from the influence he has and the number of people that follow him, knowing that there's a rap song addressing him.
Because if you understand, let me give you an analogy, right? If Joy Daddy or let's say Kasaprekon, this is 3 music that television is dead, and you release an episode to prove Kasaprekon wrong, right? You think that it will make Kasaprekon drinkers all of a sudden like playing music? There are 2 different demographics.
Yes, 2 different worlds.
You understand? There are 2 different demographics. A person that does not like rap does not like rap. It does not matter what you do. You understand? I remember when I was coming up, I was recording with a guy, and he would criticize every single thing I did. And I was killing myself trying to appeal to this guy. Then in conversation, he told me that, oh, Jay-Z is whack. Nas Cry is whack. Then I realized this guy, this guy does not like the genre that we make. There is no point in trying to do what you're doing because it won't appeal. That is not your market. If you understand marketing, you won't even waste your time trying to have this conversation because in fact, 2 very different worlds.
Wow. Let's read some of your tweets and take the final remarks from in studio. He says, Director Akwesiri says, I think LJ and C-Real are being too emotional about it, and I understand because they're rappers. That we said it and the rappers should up their games because in real sense, Wiz isn't lying. Most rappers in Africa are switching to singing now to be accepted. I'm sure they will say no. You see why some of you, they vex because gems like C-Real and co stop the rap on beats for us to feel the rap steez. Please ask your co-panelist or host and guest today, C-Real, when he will bless us again. That's something for C-Real to know. So Lyrical Joe is a defender of hip-hop and rap this morning on 3 Music, and I believe that Wizkid quizzes his Nigerian rappers. And so some of your tweets that I can read before we say bye to you, this one's a pretty interesting conversation this morning. Those are some of your tweets. So Lyrical Joe, you have the final remarks on this conversation.
I feel like rap is going to be rap. It's going to live through different genres. And like he said, maybe we should wait. We should wait in Ghana. You should be worried in Ghana if somebody like Sarkodie comes to say that rap is dead, or Bradford comes to say that rap is dead in Ghana, because they are the gurus of the thing. But we would not. We should definitely not be worried if, for example, no disrespect, but if King Promise says rap is dead. Because definitely that's not what he does, and he might not have interest in it. You understand? So, and there are lots of things that we should learn. Like just like we said, rap lives through different genres. So even if on a pop beat, like Kojo was saying. Someone said they should put rap on pop beats and stuff. These are some of the things that we will learn, and rap will always live through the wire. So to me, rap is not dead; it's alive.
All right. Thank you, Kojo Q, for joining us via Zoom. We appreciate your submissions. We're sure that we'll connect with you again sometime, maybe when a rapper in Ghana talks. So I hear you have a project coming up next year. I will wait for you when you're ready. We are in here to do the conversation.